Hello, MacArthur Stars. It is Mrs. Price. We are working on the element of art, shape, this week. Okay, so come along with me and I'll show you how to do your project. I can't wait to see what you create. Okay, so you should have listened to the read aloud, shape by shape. And if you remember in the story, there were all kinds of shapes that were used. And if you pause the book at the very end, you can see all different kinds of shapes. So what you're gonna need for your project this week is you want to go look around your house for shapes, all right? So I found a cup, and I'll be able to do a circle, one size for this, for the lip, and one size for the back, okay? So I have a circle. I found a, this held thread, so I have a smaller circle. I found a couple lids, so I have more circle shapes. I found this, and some of you guys might have this. I think this was from the Single Pringles. So it's got it's kind of like an oval shape. It's not really a rectangle because it doesn't have corners, okay? So I'm gonna use that. I found a puzzle box that has a rectangle, so I'm going to use that. And I think I might use this. I have Post-it notes that are nice and small, and it's a rectangle shape. And I also have this. This holds a picture, but look, it's a nice square, all right? So you're looking for shapes that you can trace. Okay, so you're gonna need some shapes, and however many you can find. If you can only find 3 or 4, maybe go in the pantry and grab some boxes and some cans of food, because all you're gonna do is you're going to trace them and then you can put them back, okay? All right, so I have my piece of paper, and I'm going to use a regular pencil, and I'm going to take my objects and I'm going to put them on my paper, and I'm going to trace, and I'm going to go nice and slow so I make a good trace, keeping my pencil as straight up and down as I can. And I'm not worried about that I didn't get a full trace there, because I'm going to go back over this with marker. Okay, all right, so I have a rectangle traced. Now I'm going to take another shape, and I want to overlap. And if you remember what overlap means, this is next to, this is overlapping. All right, so this would be next to, and I want to overlap. So I'm going to put this cup on top of my first shape, and I'm going to trace, and as you can see, I overlapped. All right, so now I'm going to take my next shape, going to overlap a little bit and trace. So now you can see I overlapped there. So I'm creating the shapes that I have. When I overlap, I create a new shape, okay? All right, so I am going to take all my little pieces that I have to trace, and I am going to fill up my paper with shapes, okay? So I'm going to fast forward this. I will see you in just a minute. If you want to go grab some shapes from your house, now would be a good time, and I will see you in just a minute. Okay, so I have filled up my paper with shapes. So now you have a couple options. Well, you know what? I didn't use my little square. Let me figure out where I can use my little square. Now you have a couple options. You can trace all of your lines with a black marker, which I think I am going to do. Or you can trace all your lines with all different colors, okay? So I am going to grab my black marker, and I'm going to slowly trace all of my lines. So I'm going to fast forward this, and I will see you in a minute. Okay, now you see I have all of my shapes outlined in black. Now I can really see all my shapes. So now you can, of course, you can use marker, colored pencil, crayon, whichever you want to use. I think I am going to use crayons, okay? And what I'm going to do is I am going to color each spot a different color, okay? So even though this is the whole circle, I'm gonna have 3 colors inside of it because I have created new shapes, all right? So I am going to start coloring, and I'm gonna fill in this one area with a color. And then I have 2 more areas in this circle since I overlapped, and so I'm going to choose different colors to go inside of here, okay? All right, so I'm going to fast forward this. I'm going to continue coloring my different shapes in, and I will see you in a minute. So I have filled in all my areas with a different color, So we started with rectangles and circles and squares and ovals. And when we overlapped, we got these cool kind of organic shapes instead of the geometric shapes, all right? Okay, I can't wait to see your artwork. Have fun creating. Goodbye.